Hello friends, welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. I'm Pamela Pick. So this is a live video, so I'm just going to wait a few seconds to make sure that I've gone live. Let's see. It doesn't show. Is there anyone in here? Oh, there is a few people in here. Okay, so we're live. I just can't get it on my computer, but that's okay. Let's get started. This is one of my Piccadillys or Piccadilly Parfait. It's just going to be one of my short videos, and I have kind of a really neat card. Well, let me just start here. I just want to remind everyone that our paper sale is going on until the 31st of this month. And if you need paper, this is a great time to stock up. It's 15% off. And I just got this poinsettia paper, and I just want to tell you guys, you know, I get things kind of as everyone else does because you have to stick to your monthly budget. But the catalog and the flyers that they put out does not do justice to this. This is prettier than I really actually thought it would be. And I don't know if it's going to show on camera, but this is like really classy, pretty paper. So let me just show you really quick. And you know, you've seen some of the other ones that I've had. I just wanted to take a minute and show you. So this is 12 by 12 paper, this Poinsettia Petals one, or Poinsettia Place is this one. So it's regularly $11.50, but it's on sale for $9.75, and that's for all of these select papers that we have. And if you click on the link to go to my store, you can shop around and take a look at what there is. They're all on sale 15% off, so that makes them all $9.78, except for this one set, which is a double pack, which was regularly $21, and it's on sale for $17.85. Great deals. So that's all I wanted to tell you. That goes till Friday. I belong to a group called Casing Tuesday. And so Stampin' Up! Puts out these. It's not just to sell their products, but it's to provide an inspiration. And so if you've been with me for a while and you've heard me say case card, case, copy and share everything, or copy and selectively edit. And I do this every Tuesday. This week's case card is from the back of the mini catalog on page 81, and it's this card right here. So they used the host set, and you can get host sets if you have orders of $150 or more. They used this host set, A Merry Hello, and they made this card. So I took this, and this is what I'm going to show you how I did. I used a different stamp set. So let me pull this in and pull everything out. And sometimes I selectively edit, and sometimes I follow it exactly the same. And today I'm going to follow it exactly the same as you see there. So this is the Joyful Holly, and I absolutely think this is kind of an understated set, but it's really, really pretty. I've got another video coming out here really soon where I'm using the Stamparatus because it works really good if you're doing multiples, when you're doing a 2-set stamp, that you have the Stamparatus to put those images down. But let me just show you what I did for today. I decided to use mint macaron as my theme. Now on Wednesday, if you watched my live show on Wednesday, I was talking to you guys about the I think this is called Gilded Autumn specialty paper, and this was non-orderable, but guess what, it's back in because I just tried to order some just so that I knew for sure. So I'm going to be using a little piece of this. It is absolutely gorgeous paper, but we're going to make it for Christmas today, and we're going to use that side with the foil paper on it. So I started off with a card base in mint macaron. And I'm just going to fold this in half. This was a piece of full-size cardstock, 8.5 by 11, that I cut at 5.5, and now I folded it at 4.25. So that's the measurements to it. And we'll set that aside for a moment. Let's do some stamping first. So let me grab a piece of scrap paper here. Maybe I've got a littler one up here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put this down on my foam mat because I'm using a photopolymer stamp set. I took the 4th from the inside of the stitched rectangle dies, and I cut out a piece of Whisper White, so you'd see that little stitching element, which is really pretty. Maybe I didn't hold that up long enough, I don't know. I'm going to take the outside. It's a double set stamp. So you stamp the one image and then you stamp the other to color it. And actually you can stamp the little berries too, but we're not going to do that today. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to stamp it in Tuxedo Black Memento ink. And let's just kind of fit this on here, on and off. I want to do as much on as possible, but... And then I'm going to re-ink it up. So while I'm doing this, I'm just going to talk to you. If you're new to my Facebook page, thank you for joining me. And you can hit like and follow, and that way you'll get updates. I am going to be doing a live 3 times this week. Today, I'll do one Wednesday night at 7 p.m. I'm on Central Time. And then on Friday, I'll be doing another one at 4 p.m. So I'm taking the Mint Macaron, which is the color of the base that I have there, and I'm inking this up, and let's just kind of line it up. This is where I think my Stamparatus comes into play really good, but let's see if I can get this on here fairly close. Sometimes when it doesn't match up exactly perfect, I think it looks like definitely like a handmade card, and I'm okay with that too. So I'm going full strength with Mint Macaron on this Whisper White cardstock. Very pretty. Now the color will mellow out a little when it dries, so it will get a little bit lighter, but that's pretty much the color. Move those blocks out of the way. And then there are stamps that you can use, but sometimes when I'm doing something really small like this, instead of taking the time to line it up, it's almost easier to use my blends because they kind of blend out really quickly. So this is the bullet tip end, and I'm just going to do a few dots. It just kind of bleeds out. That's one of the things I love about alcohol markers, is as long as you keep it away from that edge, they don't feather out. Look at how fast that's going. It's not that bad. Sometimes lining up the little stamps like that takes me longer, so I'm just going to do it. Everybody has their own way. You're definitely welcome to use those stamps. That's what it's there for. I'm pretty much addicted to my blends. I use them for coloring in more than blending like they're for. This color, by the way, that I was using, there's 2 blends in a set, so let me pull them out. You have a dark and a light, and I was using the light of the Real Red. Since Bill's not here, obviously I can't read comments while I'm doing this, so I will go back and look through them though. So that's what that looks like. Very pretty, right? let's bring our piece back in for the base. And we have Basket Weave Metallic Ribbon Combo. It's a combo pack that you buy it in. So it also comes with this ribbon. And it goes with that Gilded Autumn paper. But again, I'm changing it up a little and using it for a Christmas. I think you can get by with that. So I'm going to take some of this. And let me pull off a little piece and show you what I'm going to do. Here we go. I'm going to use some of my Stampin' Seal. I'm going to make sure that I've got it flat on the underside. And I'm going to kind of figure out where the middle is to this. And I'll show you why here in a second, because when you look at the case card, and I think I need more right here. So the card that I'm casing, it had a ribbon on the background. So I've kind of made this image for that, and then there was a ribbon. So I put a matching ribbon on here, and it's going to be hidden underneath of that. Okay, so looking at this, what do we need to do next? I need to put my DSP. So it doesn't give measurements in here, but that's okay. That's where our creativeness comes in, right? So I'm going to take the DSP that I chose, and I'm going to cover it up, but I'm going to pop it up because it shows it popped up in there. And like I said, you don't always need to do that. I chose to follow the directions on the what it looks like on the card. Having trouble with word finding today. Okay. It's cold. That's why it got cold here in our state. It's frozen my brain. So I'm going to put this right here. Let me look at this for a minute, make sure I've got it straight. Okay. And I think with the DSP that compensates very well with that. I want that just a smidge up. Okay. So now, and I don't know how well you guys can see this, but there's a piece of white behind the white. So it's got like a double layer. I hope you guys can see this really well right here. So I just grabbed another piece of Whisper White that fits this. Now this was kind of an odd size, so let me check the measurements on this. This is 2.5 by 3 3/4, and they have it separated and popped up also. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then center that right on to there we go. Okay, so we know that that's going to go right on here. And as I'm looking at it, it's not popped up from one to the other. So I'm going to go ahead and just adhere that down. And my favorite way of doing this, I don't need the glue on the outside edges. So I'm going to put it where I think it's going to go. And then I'm just going to spread my glue out to that area. And actually, let me do just a little bit there. So I want this to have a fairly good stick right on the center of this. You see how the card's coming together. And you know, this was a scrap. I like to use scraps. You guys know that if you've been following me at all. This DSP was a scrap, and It was in my fall set, and here I am using it for winter. So get creative when you have things that don't have prints that are, you know, definitely Christmas or whatever. Okay, so then it has a bow behind a flag, which I love the flag. So I chose soft seafoam. It's got just enough of a difference and it looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and use soft seafoam for the sentiment and ink that up. May your season be merry and bright. And I'm going to leave a little bit of an edge here because I'm going to put a flag on that. There we go. And my favorite way to flag, the tailored tag punch. So I'm going to bring this in, and I just want a short squat flag right down here. There we go. I'll bring this back in. Now this is longer than what I want. So if I look at the original, the flag does come up above the white. So I want a little bit longer than the white. And I'm going to bring my, and I'm going to eyeball it because I don't necessarily measure all the time. Let's see what that looks like. Too long. I like, okay. So then I was trying to figure out, because when you look at the original here, it has the ribbon behind it. The ribbon that's here, it has the ribbon behind it. They have a ribbon bow behind it. And this ribbon is very thick for that. So I started playing around and I cut off a piece. Well, let me measure it because someone will ask. This is 6-inch long piece. I cut off a piece and I thought, I got an idea. So I took my paper snips and I cut just along the edge where the seam is here. And because I wanted to, I first started unthreading it and it didn't work. So then I thought, well, I will pull it apart to get some fibers out. So I want to take my seal, and I was too hard on it again. I keep making the check mark, you guys. I decided that what I would do is I would figure out where my placement was going to be. Okay. Right here. So I'm going to add a little bit of my Stampin' seal. There we go. And I know that I want it to have the ends of the bow, so I'm going to have some coming down like this. I'm going to add a little bit more here. Just follow me on this. It's not going to look hideous or hairy. It's going to be beautiful. So I'm going to pull out some more fibers, like so. And I'm going to make kind of like a faux bow out of fibers. And then I'm going to stick this on here, and I'm going to bring my, there we go, yep. So I want to cut the excess off. Sometimes, I don't know if you guys do this or not, but if you just take apart your ribbon, you can get the size you need if you need a smaller. Okay, so I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to pull out another piece. That was a little bit of a chintzy one. I'm getting down to the end. May have to cut another one. Look at that. That one's better. And I'm going to make another, like a bow. And I'm going to trim off the hairy extras. So this wouldn't be a card that I would probably make in mass. This would be a card that I would definitely probably do. I'm going to spread these out a little bit for somebody special, because it does take just a little bit more time. And I want to make sure that I'm gluing that over it. Okay, so let's take a look here. I'm in the right spot. I want to fan these out just a little bit so it's light and airy. I'm going to use, this has been popped up, you can tell by the shadowing. So I'm going to take some dimensionals. On here. I know it looks a little hairy. It's probably kind of, people are going, what is she doing? It's okay. Trust me. Okay, now I'm going to move these out. I'm going to cut that down. Let me get rid of the extra fiber here. I'm going to cut these down. They're just a little long. Here we go. All right. Let me smooth them out a little bit. Fan it out. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Just like that. Now, I myself might do a little bit of I want to move that over just a little. I might do a little bit of a little bling on here, but it doesn't show it, and this is for my Tuesday group, so I'm probably not going to do it. They do have it underneath here, so I probably could, but I think that it's a really cute way to show you how to use fibers. This is several layers. It will fit. It's not so thick that it won't fit through the mail and fly on one stamp. It will fly on one stamp. Sorry about that. That's my Alexa with a notification. So there's my card. I told you this was going to be a classy little card, and it surely is cute. Let me see if I can see any comments. Do you guys like it? It's just fun. And it's just a little bit something different. So what I want you to really remember about this is when you're going through our catalog and you're looking at what we have and there's something that you see, also remember that that might work with another layout, or that might work with another layout. You know, if you see a layout that you really like, there's been quite a few that I have seen in here. This would be great for a lot of different things. So I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and if you would like to purchase any of these items, you can on my online store. I will list a link to the products and my online store in the description if you're watching this later on YouTube. So if you're new to me and you'd like to see more of this stuff, I'm going to be on, like I said, today was 1, but 3 days this week. So I'll be on tomorrow night at 7 Central Time, and then Friday at 4 p.m. again for more stuff. All right, you guys, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.